by the time this video goes live, you're going to see the new Noralis Data Hub front-end page. Use the same login credentials. Nothing's changed there. And immediately we're going to land on the active jobs page. Now I'm going to actually go through 3 different jobs on this page, but this is a real live view. I have anonymized my data profile, so we're not revealing any customer information, of course. But you can see right now that based upon my user's credentials, I can see 54 total jobs. We can see that 19 are currently tripping, some tripping out, some tripping in, some we just don't know the status, but they're tripping. We can also see 13 drilling jobs. We can see majority of these jobs are rotating. However, some of them are actually sliding. So we'll take a look at that sliding job first. That's kind of an interesting thing to look at. Once we drive into the page, we can see the traditional compass rows, various well information, current run, current depth, hole depth, ROP, and then these 6 cards. Now, these cards may or may not be important to you. It depends on who you are. Are you a directional driller? Are you an MWD field operator? Who's looking at this data? To get different data on here, Noralis has a bunch of different variables, maybe 90, 100, whatever you're feeding it, it has it. I'm going to pull in vertical section. That might be something a directional driller is interested in. And then I'm going to drag it up and make it the highest priority card. And now when we come back up here, we can see vertical section is here. Now if you want to look at this on mobile, same website, hub.noralis.com, and we can see on a mobile view what this screen turns into. I am so excited about this because we're finally at the point, if we have solid internet on the rig floor, you can start to drill wells from your phone. We don't need these very expensive pieces of kit and hardware. You can do it straight from your phone. So that being said, I'm going to hit the back button here, and I'm going to pick on a certain well. I'm going to look at this well that's at 11,000 foot. This is a test well, but I wanted to show you what the run history looks like. So also on this tab, we have run history. We have well header information, basic job details here. We also have run summary, so somebody who's interested to see how this run went, we can go through and see the minimum and maximum pulse widths, were they running dual transducers, what assets were on the rig, were they doing MSA, just all the basic information that you may want from a run summary. This is our first release, so we'll be fine-tuning this, I'm sure, for various customers. Chat is another feature I'm incredibly excited about. So in chat, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to open up my mobile phone, and I am going to send a message to everyone that says hello. Now this is from my phone to the job streaming on the hub. Now you can see it here on the screen. We can now see that my phone has connected as ID 10110, and we can send a response back. Now what's great about this message is coordinators who are mobile and active, traveling, what have you, at night, they can send a message directly to the rig floor and it will pop up, and this is what you will see. We believe adding chat could be a significant value addition for those customers that don't have great cell phone reception, or you want to ask a question to your field operator, but you don't want to bother him by calling him, and he can get back to you at any point in time. And I would be remiss to not spend a little bit of time here also talking about notifications. So notifications, and I'm going to show you from the old hub here. You can set up your user profile to enable notifications. So if we say yes and use SMS text yes, we have a couple different categories of notifications. Let me zoom in here. So we have tripping notifications. If you want to select yes to see when they change state of tripping. Trip depth, every 20 minutes you get an update. Multiple flow cycles in a period of 20 minutes could be an indication that they are recycling. That's something important a coordinator may know. New surveys, slide and rotate. And so what it looks like in practicality, this is an image from my phone, testing out. We can see that this well and this rig, which I've blanked out, started rotating at 7727. New survey depth, and then they start tripping out. And they're tripping today right now as we speak. So I'm excited to talk about that. Notifications are another part of the new hub experience. If you're an admin of the team, easy settings to manage. We can change which team this is in. If we accidentally uploaded a well just testing in the shop, we can simply come in here and say the job's completed, and we can hide the well, and we have those type of tools. So coming back to here, I want to point out one more well that has some interesting data in this well. Looking at this well here, 129. And we now have associated files with runs. So for our customers who are familiar with Nice Control, when you download a tool, you always get some files. We've never before been able to make the well association with the tool. Now we can. So you can come to your well, you can go to run 2 where you know you want to get some data, and you have your files here. For customers who know Noralis and data pack and export packs, we can set a flag in an export pack so when we create gamma logs, we can actually upload them to this area. So you don't need to email out every set of gamma logs to your coordinator. If you upload them to this area, the most recent set of logs will be available for your consumption. So we're going to take a look at a well, pretty deep one here, 22,000 foot, and we're going to look at the survey data on the survey tab. And we can see here with our little widget a nice little tool that tells us direction and orientation of the well. We can kind of zoom in, zoom out, can move it around a little bit here. Pretty good tools. Now if we hover over with our mouse, we can see that those were imported surveys down to approximately 11,000 feet. The customer, it looks like they started run 1 at 10,000 foot, run 2 at 12,000 foot, and run 3 until the bottom of the well. Below that survey widget, we have a list of all the surveys as well here. And so that's where we're talking about active jobs. I'm going to move over now here to tools. Tools is something we've put a lot of work into, graphically showing you the Noralis lifetime mortality algorithm. We've changed the look a little bit. I'm going to pull up 2 different tools here. I'm going to pull 20068, one of our older tools in the fleet. Notice it has 2 different line items. We're going to take a look at that tool. And what we know is that at that 1,800 hour circulating hour mark, we had a recalibration. So this tool has 3,186 circulating hours. Its expected life remaining is 32%. How does Noralis get there? Well, we made a video talking about percentage of lifetime hours. Now we've done it graphically. So what we have here is the total flow hours. You can see at this point on my mouse, it's 1,149. And we can see how the various factors impact that total life remaining. This graph has some tools on it. We can turn off the life graph, we can turn off the flow hours, and we can see how each one of these contributes. So the large contributor to this tool's life being reduced is from both shock, axial and lateral shock. Not so much vibration on this particular tool. So please use the tools, use the widget, click off and on. We're very excited to release this. We have all the lifetime files that are generated by this tool. And right up here we have the CSV file, which gives you all 74 columns of that tool's specific time at temperature, time at shock, time at vibration. So I want to show one other tool. We just looked at 20068. I want to show 20056. Now this is an example of Noralis' repair policy. And what you can see in the graph here is we have a tool that's gotten up to 2,460 circulating hours, and then it reset to 0. This reset is because it was sent to Noralis, and Noralis reported the asset. Now this is kind of interesting as well. You know, this tool got 214 circulating hours, but look at how much reduction it had in life from shock and vibe. So there was a pretty nasty run. Early in this tool's life, our customer decided that they wanted to reboard that tool out of precaution, and it reset the hours again. So what we're seeing is the same asset, which has been reset twice, and it has 360 hours worth of drilling. Okay, so talking about all jobs, all tools, we can look at all of our jobs here. A lot easier to manage jobs now in the hub. We can look at active jobs. We can look at pause jobs. We can filter by what job we want to see: rig name, well name, service company, etc. we can show our deleted jobs as well. So a bit easier tools to manage. Excited about the downloads page. Downloads is now new. Click Install Nice Control. There's your user manual. If, depending on what members of teams you're on, you're going to get some documentation that'll help you. Time depth, template files, just some various documents that you need. Now, I'm not going to click on the settings button, but the settings button is where you manage your teams. So for customers who are admins or MWD coordinators out there, much easier to add users to your team, to retire users from your team, etc. I'm also not going to click the chat button, but that chat button is indicating to me that I have 10 unread messages. Now, they may not be for me, but when I click that, I can see, and I'll get a list of the well name, I'll get a list of the rig, and I'll get what was being typed, at least the last message. You can then click into that message, and it'll give you the full expansion of what's being said out there. So if you're a coordinator overwatching 3 or 4 jobs, it's a quick way for you to get to your chat tools. That's really all I have to show. All I have to show off right now. Again, we're super excited about the hub. We encourage all of our customers to use it. I want to be very clear about data. I work for Noralis. A lot of our Noralis customers keep me on their team, but you do not have to. My visibility on your data does not mean anybody else has visibility. And so you can restrict who sees the data based upon team membership and team management. We are currently have oil companies looking at this real time. And, with that being said, we're very aware of how data needs to be protected. I'm really excited to show off the hub. I really hope you use it. Please, by the time you see this, go to hub.noralis.com, log in, try it, give us feedback. Looking forward to it. My email's on the screen, and we can't wait to see what you guys think. Take care.